There's a moment when movement stops being driven, not because nothing is happening, not because you're stuck, but because something deeper has taken over the lead. This moment doesn't feel like confusion. It feels like a pause that has intelligence. The kind of pause where effort no longer works and motivation no longer persuades. Where pushing feels wrong and waiting feels wrong, and something quieter is asking to be trusted. If you're here, you may already recognize this place. This is the moment that life stops responding to will and begins responding to alignment. That's where we're entering today. If you're listening here, you're likely no longer trying to motivate yourself into motion. You're not looking for productivity. You're not looking for discipline. You're not even looking for clarity in the usual sense. I'm Prema. The space is for those who sense that their life is no longer meant to be pushed forward, but allowed to organize itself from a deeper order. If you want a clear mirror for how your own movement, timing, and authority are structured, you can explore the Sacred Wealth Code quiz or calculate your Vedic astrology chart using the free chart calculator. Both are free and both links are in the show notes. Here's what this episode is truly about. There comes a phase where movement no longer responds to motivation. Not because you're uncommitted, but because motivation belongs to an earlier structure. When alignment deepens, movement becomes directive rather than driven. This is not a loss of agency. It's a shift in command. Motivation is an early stage technology. Motivation is useful until it isn't. In early stages of growth, motivation helps override inertia. It helps the will carry weight the structure cannot yet hold. But motivation is not meant to be permanent. It relies on pressure, on reward, on fear of stagnation. When your inner structure matures, motivation begins to feel abrasive, like friction where there used to be traction. You may notice this as resistance to forcing yourself, a collapse after periods of effort, success that feels somehow hollow, movement that no longer satisfies. This is not burnout, it's graduation. Rahu, the magician, amplifies what already has momentum. Your system is no longer designed to move because you want something, but because something is structurally correct. This is the moment motivation stops working because alignment is taking over. Directive movement replaces driven action. There's a different kind of movement that doesn't need encouragement. It doesn't require a pep talk. It doesn't respond to deadlines. It doesn't negotiate. It simply arrives. This kind of movement feels inevitable, quiet, non-dramatic. You don't gear up for it. You find yourself already moving. I've seen this with clients who spent years trying to get themselves going, only to discover that once they stopped trying, the correct work began to assemble on its own. This is Aquarian law. When the future pattern activates, action becomes a response, not an initiative. You're no longer pushing life forward. Life is positioning you. And that's when effort dissolves when placement is correct. Here's the part that many people misinterpret. When effort dissolves, they assume something is wrong. But effort only exists where structure is incomplete. When placement is correct, movement becomes economical. Think of a river. It doesn't strain to flow. It follows gravity. When you're placed correctly in your life, energy stops leaking. Decisions simplify. Timing becomes obvious. This doesn't mean you do nothing. It means you stop doing what isn't yours. And what remains moves with precision. Trusting the pause is part of the work. This phase often includes pauses that feel uncomfortable. Not empty pauses, but pregnant ones. Pauses where the old drivers have shut down, but the new instruction hasn't fully arrived. This isn't a gap to be filled. It's a calibration. Aquarian intelligence reorganizes systems before it activates them. If you rush this phase, you reinstall outdated motivation patterns. Trusting the pause is not passivity. It's participation in a larger order. If you are here, you are not behind. You are being reseated. In Vedic astrology, Rahu, the magician, governs the future that cannot be accessed through the past. It disrupts familiar motivations so that a new pattern can emerge. Aquarius holds the blueprint of collective evolution, movement that serves more than the individual ego. When these forces are active, life stops responding to effort and begins responding to coherence. A reflection to sit with. Where in your life is movement trying to reorganize itself once you stop pushing? Sacred Wealth Mastery is a field for those who are no longer trying to motivate themselves into alignment. It's not a program of effort, it's a structure of coherence. Inside this field, movement arises from correct placement, not personal pressure. If what you're hearing feels less like instruction and more like recognition, the invitation is in the show notes. We'll do an oracle card reading from the Sacred Wealth Code Oracle deck. Your Sacred Wealth Code Oracle deck, book, and journal are all available on my website. Link is down below or on Amazon. 2 archetypes step forward to seal this transmission: Rahu, the magician, and Saturn, the organizer. So at first glance, these 2 might seem contradictory. Rahu stretches beyond the known, the magician, and Saturn, the organizer, defines what belongs. But together, they reveal a deeper law behind what we've been speaking about today. Rahu, the magician, carries the mantra, "I am a master manifester." But this isn't manifestation through desire. It's not through visualization or through effort. Rahu manifests by amplifying what already has momentum. Rahu doesn't create movement where none exists. Rahu accelerates what has reached readiness. This is why when Rahu is active, motivation often disappears, because motivation is no longer required. The magician reminds us, when alignment is real, manifestation is not something you do. It's something that happens because the conditions are already met. Rahu teaches that seeking is an early phase of creation. Once the structure is aligned, the future begins to pull you forward without force. If you've noticed that you're no longer dreaming, striving, or imagining in the same way, but instead sensing inevitability, that is Rahu working correctly. Not excitement, trajectory. And this is where Saturn, the organizer, arrives. Saturn carries the mantra here as the organizer. Everything has its rightful place. Saturn does not rush manifestation. Saturn stabilizes it. The organizer reminds us that nothing meaningful arises without order, and nothing sustainable arrives without structure. Saturn doesn't ask what you want. Saturn asks where things belong. In Aquarius, Saturn owns this sign, and the energy governs systems, timing, responsibility, and coherence, not restriction, but placement. Saturn's influence of Aquarius, as it owns the sign, it's currently in Pisces, as the organizer, explains why movement feels quieter now, why life feels less dramatic, why decisions don't need debate. Because when things are in their rightful place, they no longer demand our attention. So together, the magician and the organizer reveal the deeper architecture of this episode. Manifestation does not require effort when order has been restored. Rahu opens the future. Saturn ensures it can be held. One accelerates what is ready, the other removes what is not. And if you feel yourself moving less, but aligning more, this is not stagnation. It's organization at a higher level. The magician says, what is aligned will move. The organizer says, what does not belong will fall away. You do not need to manage either process. This is the phase where effort ends because placement has returned. Let these archetypes be confirmation. You are not waiting. You are being arranged. Let's integrate this now. Pause for a moment. Take a slow, deep breath in and let it out fully. If you have the luxury of being able to close your eyes, please do. And bring your attention to your body. Deep, full breaths all the way down into your belly. On the exhales, letting your shoulders drop. Letting your throat relax. And instead of asking, what should I do next? Let's tune in. Drop this question right down into the very center of your heart. And listen for your truth. Where am I trying to motivate myself instead of listening? Where am I trying to motivate myself instead of listening? Don't answer with words. Notice sensation. Notice tension. Notice where effort is still being applied. And now let this question drop in. Telling yourself the truth. What would happen if I stopped pushing here just for today? Let that question rest. Alignment doesn't require action to be real. Recognition is enough. If you're longing for personal clarity to align with your soul's timing and gifts, a sacred wealth code reading or a soul blueprint reading will reflect the codes already written in your chart. These are not predictive tools. These are sacred mirrors. You'll find the links in the show notes along with the links to everything else. If you feel the resonance of this transmission and want to walk in deeper coherence, you're invited to our next full moon coherence circle. It's not a ritual or a healing session. It's a consecrated space of refinement, a live transmission field where structure, rhythm, and remembrance come alive. Held on every full moon. And if this work speaks to you, Sacred Wealth Mastery is available when recognition is present. As always, I invite you to subscribe, to follow, to share this episode, to like, and to comment. I answer all my comments. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, please leave a review. Thank you so much for being here. And remember, your soul already carries the blueprint of your wealth and your purpose. When you stop forcing movement and allow alignment to lead, the right people, opportunities, and resources arrive without effort, in perfect timing, in perfect sequence. So much love to you.